I'm Katie.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And welcome to You're Gonna Be Fine, the self-development podcast with a chatty twist.
Please know that we are not professionals, just regular girls sharing from our own journeys to hopefully educate, motivate, and inspire you on yours.
So if you're dealing with something serious, please speak to a professional because at the end of the day, they are the experts, not us.
If you are enjoying the podcast, please rate, review, subscribe, and share with someone who you think would enjoy it.
It helps us more than you know to reach more gorgeous people just like you.
With that being said, enjoy the episode and remember, whatever it is,
You're gonna be fine.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of You're Gonna Be Fine. This is a slightly different episode today, and we want to introduce some more of these. So they're actually listeners' dilemmas. So you guys have been sending anonymously your dilemmas, things you're struggling with, and we thought that we would go through them, and we've actually not looked at them in detail at all. So it's going to be like...
I have no idea what they
yeah,
are.
you've got no idea what they are. Katie's popular.
Sorry, it's actually you.
Oh, it's me.
It's
a delayed
message in the group
she's
chat.
not popular. Scrap that. She's very unpopular because she only gets messages from me. So yeah, we're excited to do this because I've always wanted to be a bit of an agony aunt. I used to love that section in like those magazines that you used to read. I'd always flip to those sections.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a range of different dilemmas, and we are really thankful to you guys for being so open and honest, obviously completely anonymous, and we hope that you find some comfort in our answers. Obviously, this is just what we would do, so it's just a little guideline, but please don't take our word
yeah, don't
as
take
the
it as
law.
Bible.
Yeah. So, books of the week.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your
first
book
and
of the week?
foremost? So mine, quite a short but sweet one. I am obsessed with these pixie eye patches. I wear them all the time. They go under your eyes, really good for like waking you up in the morning. And I just feel like the bags under my eyes are not Gucci. Like they are Aldi carrier bags. So I need to make sure that they are like just under control.
Yeah.
So I am obsessed with them. Anyway, I've been buying them for years off Amazon. Link in bio. No, I'm joking. But they are amazing. And I got some for me and Sam for, I think it was a really bad present actually. It was our 2-year anniversary, and I got him some eye patches. Yeah, because
you look
them.
knackered.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when someone says you look tired. So I got him some eye patches for our anniversary. They are a bit expensive, so you know it was quite a good gift, really. I'm thinking of the long term.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got these eye patches and they must have been a bad batch because they were both the same as well. I have never, ever smelt anything like these eye patches. Seriously. Normally they just smell like quite neutral, like, you know, like alien goo when you were younger.
Oh my God.
The smell of that.
I
like
know
quite
exactly
a nostalgic
the
smell. Only like the 1990s people will
the kids
know
get
that
it.
reference. Dylan's
So
literally
true.
nodding. He knows what I'm talking about, the smell.
Yeah.
So I quite like that smell. So I opened them anyway. Obviously,
What did
this
they
is
smell like?
Sam's drainage. Seriously, disgusting.
And you're putting that on your eyes.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm not stingy, obviously.
But you want to
like,
make
I've
the most
paid
of what you paid
those.
for.
So I've been putting them on my eyes, and
Gagging.
they honestly fucking stink. And seriously, the other day we were at a wedding and then people stayed over and I came down a little bit later and I put my eye patches on. Anyway, I walk in and Sam's like, I can smell your eye patches. Like, and clearly, because I'm used to them, I don't smell it. But everyone must have thought, like, they were Sam's friends and they must have thought, like,
she stinks.
Yeah, she absolutely humdingers. Like, so, and then actually, I took them to Marrakesh with Lauren and she was like, what is that smell? I was like, it's these eye patches, but I refused to bin them because they were 22 quid.
I wish you'd brought them today because I'm really curious.
Oh, honestly, they absolutely
But
stink.
do they still work the same?
They work the same,
right, okay.
but
well, then
they make me nauseous.
Yeah.
But I'm finally finished. I've finished both packets.
Oh, good.
Sam's not really been able to wear them because he's got a bit of like, if something makes him feel sick, he will actually be sick, whereas I'm built different.
Stomach of steel.
But now finally I've ordered some new ones, so fingers crossed.
Oh God, yeah. Imagine if they just changed the scent and you'd like limited edition drainage.
They're honestly so bad. So bad. So yeah, short but sweet one today, but I've just been knocking around smelling of sewers. So yeah, soz for anyone that's come into my company
Vicinity,
recently. Yeah. What's yours?
Before I go into my fuck though, I feel like we need to address our merch.
Yes, if you're watching, which you should be on YouTube, we've got our gorgeous
new hoodies. Oh, you're going to be fine hoodies, which I'll describe if you're listening.
Yeah.
So they're a gorgeous like stony colour with a brown embroidered logo of "You're going to be fine," full stop.
Yeah.
Because it's a statement.
Yeah.
Because we mean it. You are going to be fine. And wow, top-notch quality. I feel like,
good.
yeah, we're just so excited to get these, weren't we?
Oh,
yeah,
amazing.
Shout out to Stitched It. They're
I
really
am
good.
literally obsessed and they are really, really good quality. So, yeah,
Good.
going to be rocking around in these for the foreseeable. What was yours?
So my oh fuck of the week is, remember a couple of weeks ago I was saying about I got that sideboard for my 30th?
Yes.
So I'm still on the interior mission, basically, and still purchasing things to make the house a home.
Mm-hmm.
Ordered another sideboard, actually. Needed a lot of sideboards from Dunelm.
Love.
But it was £1,000, which for Dunelm is expensive.
Yeah, especially because the other one was 300, wasn't it?
I know, well, reduced from 1,200. And that was from Oka. And Oka's like obviously really fancy furniture shop that was 1,200. Obviously got it for a total bargain, so that was great. But when I saw this sideboard on Dunelm, I knew it was £1,000 and obviously expensive, but I thought, well, it must be mega, like quality for it to be £1,000. And I just loved it. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to commit because I did say I was going to invest in these pieces to have forever in our home. So anyway, it arrived. I was so excited, unboxed it all. And it's absolutely, honestly, they must have dropped it on its head in the truck. It was like smashed to bits. All the side of it had like peeled off. So therefore it wasn't like real wood, was it?
Yeah.
If it was like peeled off. So it must have been like, I don't even know what it was made out of. Well, it was made out of wood, but they've obviously put some sort of thing over the top of it to make it look distressed. Yeah. Rather than actually just distress the wood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just was like shit quality, basically.
That's
and like
annoying.
all the drawers were wonky, like it was all out of alignment, and I was just so upset. I was like, for fuck's sake, I've been so looking forward to this to arrive, and I really felt like I was doing well on my interior mission.
You are. Don't let it deter you, because literally you win some, you lose some.
Well, that's it. So anyway, I sent it back and I sent loads of pictures to Dunelm, and I was like, listen, this is £1,000, come on.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we'll refund you and take it away. So they took it away within 2 days and I've got my full refund. So I thought, great. So they were very on it, Dunelm, so that was good.
Admin.
Just annoying on the life admin, not really something I needed. And also I loved the sideboard, so I was a bit gutted. So that was my own fuck.
Back to the drawing board.
Fuck's sake.
Just a quick
back
one.
to the sideboard.
Yeah, back to the sideboard, Back to the drawing board / sideboard. I need to know, did you manage to get the matching lamp?
Oh, no.
Oh.
And it's actually making me ill.
Because listeners may remember that Katie in the last one, we won't talk about it too much because we're on a deadline with these dilemmas. But yeah, I just wanted to know.
No, I just need to go. I did try and find one, but it's still ongoing.
Okay.
The house is still ongoing, and I know it will take months to finish it, but I've made some really good headway. But yeah, the sideboard, that was my own fuck, because I was just a bit disappointed. But rejection is redirection, guys. So if that sideboard wasn't for me, there's another sideboard calling my name. Yes.
Great.
So yeah.
That was great. Short and snappy.
They were both short and snappy. That's good, because I'm dying to get into the listeners' dilemmas. So enough about the O-fucks.
I am excited to do these, actually, because, it's just something a little bit different. Right, okay. So, dilemma number 1 from Anonymous.
Imagine if you're like, from Karen Smith. Oh, I mean...
shit. Okay. My best friend's partner is cheating on her, and I found out through a mutual friend. I don't want to break her heart, but I can't stand seeing her be lied to. Should I tell her the truth or stay out of it and hope that it naturally comes out, or he tells her?
Oh my God.
That is a real dilemma, straight out the blocks.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, no warm-up. That is, you've got to tell her.
Yeah.
You've got to tell her. I know that's a really uncomfortable conversation to have, but I'm trying to relate it to, like, God forbid, if I knew Sam was cheating on you, I'd fucking tell you.
You know what's so funny? That made me so angry. Just you even like, I was like, oh my God, I can feel the vein in my forehead pulsing. I was like, can we not do it the other way around?
Sorry, like, if James was cheating on me, I would.
Joking, I can handle it.
I would want you to tell me.
Oh, 100%.
Because that's not friendship.
No.
Like, you need to be telling the truth at all times. But I understand why it's a dilemma, because everybody shoots the messenger.
100%.
And also you've got to really confirm and check that it's true.
Facts. Yeah.
Because sometimes
so many,
you can hearsay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And also people do love to fabricate stories.
Yeah.
But the thing that would upset me the most is like, I think it's muggy knowing that people are discussing your business without you knowing and putting you in the picture.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I think this is, you know, really unfortunate about society these days. Like people think that when things go wrong in people's lives, like they talk about it like it's gossip, but it's literally someone's
real life. Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes I just think to myself, God, it's not a sitcom. Like someone's heart is going to be broken and a relationship's going to be potentially ended. Like it's not gossip. And I feel like we need to move away from that. But yeah, in this instance, I would 100% tell the person. And I would just say, I'd caveat it with saying like, this is what I've heard like from this person. I also don't like it though. If you're going to tell them the full truth, tell them who told you, because I hate it when people say, oh, I can't tell you who told me.
Well, you're instantly not credible as well.
Exactly.
Because it's like, well, there's no point in even telling me then if you're not going to tell me who's told you, because how am I to know that you've not just pulled that out of your arse?
And also, the person who told you, if they say, don't tell them, you know that you're saying something you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Yeah. So it's more important to protect who told you than to tell me the full story. Imagine I said to you, sorry, we're doing it this way, right? So I said to you, oh, like someone's told me that James is cheating on you. I can't tell you who, but I need to tell you like that. You would be like, who the fuck?
Yeah, no. But I don't think that a real friend would do that.
No, I don't.
And I think it's all contextual. No, I would never.
Yeah.
And it's all contextual, isn't it? On like your closeness with that friend. Like if that was you, I mean, it's just no hesitation, you're getting told. Like I'm telling you immediately. Yeah. But if it's someone who's like, I don't know, a friend of a friend, or you just feel like it's not your business, where's the line there?
That's so difficult.
Is it your business?
Yeah.
Like, is it girl code to tell, or are you overly getting involved in someone's shit that's actually none of your business?
Like shit stirring.
Like shit stirring a bit, yeah.
I think it has to be a close friend for me.
It has to be close.
I wouldn't get involved.
I totally agree. Also, not my circus, not my monkeys. Is that the phrase?
Yeah.
Not my, yeah. Like if it's not going to directly affect somebody that you love, don't bother.
Yeah. And also it's the responsibility of that friendship group.
Yeah,
if you know about it, best be believing someone else knows about it closer.
True.
So yeah, I do think in this instance, to this person, you should tell the friend. And what I will say about that, how you should tell them is in person. And you should not send a text saying, hey, can we meet up? I need to speak to you about something.
Sorry, when people do that, the anxiety is raging. Yeah. I feel like that's really unfair.
I do. Never, ever.
Never do that.
I would never do that to you because I know
that's happened to me so many times. It makes me feel sick.
I need to speak to you about something. Like, are you on your own in private? Just literally say, oh, shall we meet for a coffee? You meet up, listen, I have got something to tell you.
Yeah.
And you're not going to like it. What I will say is, this is where I heard it from. Do we think it's credible? Please don't take it as the law. I've just heard it and I want to put you in the picture.
I feel it's my duty to pass on this message.
Great. So that's dilemma number 1. So number 2, we have... These are all quite relationship based, actually. So I think this can be a relationship dilemma.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship that looks perfect on paper, but something feels off. I don't feel that spark or excitement, and I'm starting to question whether I'm really in love or just in a comfortable routine. Should I try to fix it or should I let it go?
Oh my God, let it go. Let it go. I think if you are in a situation where you feel like you've been questioning it for a very long time. Obviously, these things take time to process. It's not a situation where you just wake up one day, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to dump my boyfriend or girlfriend. Obviously, these things take time, but I'm just really of the opinion, I think it's because I've lived this. I feel like if you think that you deserve more, you do.
Yeah.
And if you are staying in a relationship because of fear of being alone, that's not a good reason to stay.
No. I also think one question that you should just ask yourself in this dilemma, can you imagine yourself sharing dinner with this person for the next 60, 70 years? Does the thought fill you with excitement
or dread?
And if it's dread, then cut your losses, because at some point, and you might get to 40 or 50 and, you know, that's when you'll end it. But these are the best years. You'll never be as young as you are now. So literally just grasp the nettle. That's something my dad has always said. You know, feel the sting and then eventually it will pass. But you've just got to put yourself in a position of uncomfortableness to actually feel more comfortable later, and give yourself the opportunity to meet the right person, the person that excites. The thought of spending another 60 years excites you. Like you owe that to yourself and you deserve that. And you're putting up a barrier in that you're not allowing the right person to find you when you're with someone that you're not supposed to be with.
Yeah, you have to open up space, don't you, to let new people in. But also important to say, sometimes in relationships, especially if you've been with someone for a long time, it's not going to be all excitement and sparks like all the time. And sometimes if you do have periods of like comfortability or even boredom, that's okay as long as you're happy. So feeling content in your relationship, but also like a bit samey is fine because you're content. Yeah. Like it's not all just going to be like firing off all cylinders all the time. But it's when you start to question like, am I bored because me and this person have nothing in common?
Yeah.
And like, are we actually aligned? Do we get on? Do we have the same shared visions and goals for the future? Those are like the big questions you need to be asking yourself. If you're feeling just a bit like, man, he's kind of doing my head in a bit, like that's okay, because that is relationships, isn't it?
That's life.
I think life.
Something I've told a friend of mine actually who's been in this situation, and what you said just then. So I always say to people, to myself and to anyone going through this, don't mistake peace for boredom. Like peace is a wonderful feeling, content, like you said. You're not bored, you're just at peace. There's just nothing going wrong. Like, and I think a lot of the time in relationships in your early 20s, we almost crave that drama.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because it's something to tell your friends.
The highs
and
and
it's
the
like,
lows of it.
Yeah. So I think to this person who's, you know, maybe questioning themselves and their relationship, I would just take a minute to pause and just ask yourself the question that I asked earlier about, would you be feeling dread or would you feel excitement at the thought of spending another 60 years having dinner with this person and being in your lives? But also just assess whether, you know, there's anything else that's like causing you to maybe question other things as well. You might be having a bit of an existential crisis. If you're not happy in your job, you then question your relationship. Maybe you're like on the cusp of turning 30. There's all of these things. So just make sure that you take a moment to pause and actually just assess whether it's a passing thought or whether it's a deep rooted thought.
Like, is it a phase? Or is it your future? Like you're worried it's just going to continue on forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
Because I dated a guy who on paper, and this is why I was like, straight out the gate, leave him. Because I dated a guy who on paper was perfect, like perfect. But when we were together, I was miserable. And I found it quite difficult because everyone around me was like, oh, this is so great and
He's
ticks
amazing.
every box and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't tick, like, I didn't love him. And so it's without that, like, it doesn't matter what it looks like on paper. It's about how something feels inside. So take that time to ask yourself that question. Because when I ended that, I remember saying to him, like, don't you agree? Like, we are on paper the perfect couple, but do you feel anything? And he was like, oh, well, yeah, I love you. I'm like, you don't know because you don't behave like you do. And I don't behave like I love you either.
You love the idea.
Love the idea of it, love the potential of it, but not actually what's happening in your current reality. So I think it's really important to question that.
And she might be thinking, this girl, she might be thinking, oh, but you know, I've put so much effort into this relationship.
Sunken cost.
This is what my dad says all the time.
Oh,
He's like, it's the sunken cost. Like, literally, you've already lost that time.
So don't just, lose it again and again and again.
That's so funny. Honestly, that is what my dad says. And also, this is what my dad always says as well when it comes to breakups. He's like, don't just, when you split up with someone, he said the kindest thing you can do, don't just shut the door, slam the door, and don't give them any hope. He's like, no hope. Which is so funny. So if you are thinking of ending this relationship to this dilemma,
give them no hope.
Give them no hope and slam the door in their face. No, don't do that. But I hope that's given you a little bit of insight and we've been balanced enough there. But I hope
things to think about, isn't it?
And I hope that it works out for you, darling, and that you get the answers that you want. The last one of the relationship segment when it comes to dilemmas, this is from an anonymous girl and she says, I don't like my partner's friends. They're always a little bit disrespectful to me and ignore me. It's causing tension in our relationship. Do I keep my feelings to myself for the sake of peace, or should I confront my partner about how uncomfortable it makes me? They just don't seem to make the effort or want to include me into the group.
Oh God, that's so mean.
Yeah, it is mean.
That's really sad. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
I would definitely say. I mean, if you're obviously you're not close to the friend, so it's definitely something I'd raise with the boyfriend, like the partner, be like, I would say, like, do you not notice that?
I was going to say that.
Why are you not speaking? Why have I even brought this up?
Because sometimes people are averse to conflict, aren't they? And they don't want to say it out loud because then it's true and it's been acknowledged. Yeah. Sometimes if you don't mention it, then maybe you can kid yourself into thinking it's not happening.
But I do think that it's like the duty of the boyfriend to back his girlfriend up in front of his friends.
100,000,000%. And that's something that comes with like maturity, isn't it? I think you should 100% say something. I would definitely say something in this situation, because if you're long game with your partner, then this is going to be an ongoing issue. Yeah. And who wants to be in that situation? And I feel like it's really difficult as well when you're going into a new friendship group, because a lot of people are quite cliquey. They can be. I think just like setting your boundaries of like to your partner and just saying like, I do feel a bit uncomfortable. They don't make an effort with me. Like, can you like find some common ground, like when we're together, and like integrate me into the conversation? It's difficult. I think when it's girl groups as well, it can be a lot more difficult when there's like, if there's girls in the group, because, you know, they can be a little bit hesitant to new girls coming into a group. So I don't know whose responsibility it is really, like, because for me, for example, I am the type of person that I see it as a challenge. So I wonder whether I can say to this girl, like, as a bit of an advice piece, whether you can see it as a challenge to like try and crack this friendship group, whether they're girls or boys, and just see it as your mission to, you know, follow them on Instagram first, make the first move, and just kill them with kindness. And just literally like find them, you know, find out facts about them, what they're interested in, and make it impossible for them to dislike you. I think that's the best thing to do.
I think a big thing with it is to try and understand why they are the way they are, because you there's always context of things, isn't there? They might feel, for example, this may not be the case with this situation, but if, for example, this guy has had about 10 girlfriends and he's always just churned them out, they're not bought in to you. It's not personal, but people take it as like, oh, they don't like me. It might not be anything to do with you. It might just be because, oh, here we go, here's another one. Like another one bites the dust sort of thing. So they're not bought in. So so I would probably first question the boyfriend and say, I'm struggling to understand this. I feel like this and I want to feel like this, but I don't know what to do. It's a little bit awkward for me, obviously, as you can understand. So can you give me a bit more context? It's like why they're like this with me? Because I mean, unless you've been a total twat to them, there's no rhyme or reason why somebody should be horrible to you or leave you out. I just hate that. It's such a bullyish.
And
I just don't
especially
like
if it's quite subtle. Like an
like
undertone,
passive. I don't like.
But I do think the onus is on the boyfriend to make them feel included and to actually address it with the friends if it gets to the point where no progress has been made. Just say like, is there a problem with her? Like, can you tell us so that we can work through it? Because the common goal is that everyone gets on and then it's so much more fun. And I think it's, you know, actually it's quite complicated in relationships because there are so many groups of people that you almost have to get on with for a happy life, like family members, and you've got friendship groups. Isn't it? It's really difficult. So I do really feel for this girl, and I just hope that you can have the conversations with your partner, you know, try and crack them and see it as almost a challenge, but also don't take it personally, because you can be, as I always say, you can be the juiciest peach, but still someone just doesn't like peaches. So that is the end of the relationship dilemmas segment. We hope you enjoyed that. Short and snappy one today. Don't forget, well, you've already done that. Don't forget to listen to the other episodes and like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend who might resonate with these dilemmas and they might have a similar problem that they're going through. So see you next time, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.